Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today we are talking about mastering the overhead press and what goes into the technique behind the overhead press, which is something we don't always talk about. But you know, guys, I love the overhead press. For building up your bench press, one of the best things you can do. All right, I go as far as programming the overhead press as a main movement as like a day 4 workout, like a 4th day workout. All right, the overhead press demands that much respect from me that it's treated as a main movement because it is essential for getting your bench press up. I've seen it time and time again with myself, with others. If this movement is going up, your bench is traditionally always going up. Now, it's not the only factor, but especially the overhead press for getting a raw bench up. Raw bench goes up, a quit bench goes up. You know, it's a big cycle, and it really starts with some of this. The hardest pressing movement out there, right? You're standing, going to incline, flat, decline. This is the toughest one. All right. So, mastering the overhead press, what do we need to do to get better at this movement? Not too much different than what happens on the bench, except now we're into a standing position. So, it starts with your feet, right? Let's not start from up here. Let's start from what's going on down there. And that's probably where most people start to get tripped up, as they forget about what's going on with the lower body and how that's involved the movement. And I'm not talking about, you know, doing these push presses, right, and using all that momentum. We don't do that on the bench either, right? So we're not going to do it on the overhead press. So what I want to do here is first think about what's happening with my feet, right? Get in a position. Now I'm not just going to stand here and be loose, right? I'm going to screw those feet into the floor. You can see how my glutes just activated. Boom, right there. Screwing my feet in. I'm spreading the floor just like I'm getting ready for a big squat, right? So I'm rooted. So if you were to push me, right, I'm rooted into the floor. I'm not just standing here getting pushed around. I am rooted. I'm tight. Okay, it all starts from down here because where's force going to go? Ground up, right? Boom, I need to stay stable down here. Okay, so that's first. Now this sets my tightness from the ankles, the knees. I can feel it in my hips. I'm spreading. So I'm good. From here, I'm good. What am I doing here now? Right? If I have a belt on, I'm bracing into it. So I'm setting that brace. I'm making sure I'm good stack position. Pushing out. I'm pushing outwards everywhere I can. Right? Full 360. I'm breathing. Right? That sets that in. What am I doing? Upper body. Right? My grip. Now, I can't have my shoulder blades just able to move willy-nilly. Right? I can't just grab this bar and go. All right, it's a little more intricate than that. Just like on the bench, we have to lock down our scaps. How are we locking down on the overhead? All right, watch the shoulders. Opposite of a shrug. See that little bit? Scaps to the hips. Squeeze, scaps to hips. Same type of deal. See how that wants to lift my chest a little bit? So now I'll get a grip to the bar. What am I doing to the bar? Right, I'm setting that spread and that bend just enough. Just enough of this and that to stay tight to it. So what did we just do? From the ground up, we got tight. Breathe. Set that tightness. Walk it out if you need to. Everything's tight, or recheck. And then it comes from the lats. Not the shoulders, the lats. Boom. Catch with the lats. Boom. You want that movement to come from what's happening with the lats here. Staying under the bar. See that little movement I made? Twisting underneath, locking down the shoulders. Now don't overpress either. Don't go to the point where your shoulders come up. All right, very easy to let the shoulders elevate. We want to keep the shoulders locked down and just finish there. Catch, boom. All right, I'm not overextending. So really, if you think about it, it's no different than what's going on with the bench. All the same checkpoints. Hips need to be tight. The legs, midsection, the scaps need to be locked down. That's going to lock down the shoulders, the bend to the bar. You know, it's all the same thing, guys. Positioning wise, right? You have to have a little bit of a lean back. You know, I can't expect you to stay straight up, because if we're straight up, right, that bar's out over my midfoot. I can't have that. Feels like I'm doing a front raise. As opposed to squeeze the glutes, All right, I'm positioned back. I keep that bend under it. Now I feel stable, right? Obviously, I can't clunk myself in the chin here, so I'm gonna have to lift my head, press up, pull my head towards the top. And then coming down, the glutes have to be squeezed. I need to lower straight down. I need to make room with my head. Boom, because I don't want to have to go out over the top every time, right? That's not going to help my case to lift more weight. So there you have it, guys. That's the overhead press. Huge movement to bring up your bench press and to get stronger. And that's how you go about breaking down the technique to master the overhead. Coach Ben here. You know where to find me. At the rack with the bench in it.